So I can't use
You can choose
my
tripod.
sort of. I'll find a way around it. Don't worry. Do not worry, boy. Okay. That's my mic.
My
Nah, headache. Oh. It's almost time for Miss Kenny. Where's your laptop? You're definitely starting, right? Hi, guys. Good evening, good afternoon. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to this live. Happy Sunday. Someone say hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Say good evening.
Good evening.
Okay, we're on set up for. Okay, just bring it out. Bring out your charger. Okay. So I just thought to come on live to do a very quick one here. I'm still waiting for one or two people to join before I kick off. I hope you're doing well today. Today is Sunday. We didn't go to church today. We stayed at home trying to get one or two things sorted and prepare for the week ahead. But that was not the reason we didn't go to church. There's some other reason. But yes, we've got it underway. I don't know why I chose to wear this wig, but please ignore any distraction. So today, we are going to talk about success for exams for young children. I'm going to put out a post. I had already made a video for it earlier, but in that video there are some areas I did not cover because of some certain things that were going on as at the time I was editing the video. So there were some areas that I thought was recording, but during the time I edited the video I noticed that this whole thing skipped. Like I was not able to, like during the course of editing, I don't know what went wrong. I sure lost those clips. So it's just the things I want to talk about here. Welcome to my live. Okay, I can see that people are joining. Please like this video so that it goes round to people. YouTube recommends the video to people that would be interested in it. So if you see me looking down here, I'm trying to like put one or two things together. I also include some things I did not mention in the part that was skipped while I recorded. Okay, so yes, the first thing that I talked about was, okay, Miss Candice has just sent a reminder. You have 30 more minutes. Okay, you can log in and see if she's there. So the first thing that I was supposed to talk about that did not record in the video that I'm going to upload later this evening is study plans. See, we all know that we can't do anything without planning. Like if even if you don't have children, if you have a job like a 9 to 5 or a business that you run, or you're just like stay at home mom managing the house, there's nothing you do and succeed at it without adequate planning, especially with the way our society is now, that everything the time goes by so fast. Like 24 hours is not even enough in a day to do anything. So if you're able to plan, by planning for exam success, I'm talking about scheduling study times, you're scheduling rest, you're scheduling other activities that the children may have in between, because their lives is not 100% going to be centered around the exams at that period, around this period. So they also have other activities per adventure. So how do you plan these activities so that the children do it and still don't miss out on their study time, or they study like prepare for their exams and still don't miss out on their other activities? So this is what planning, adequate planning, this is where it comes in. You understand that timetables, for instance, in classes they have timetables, and there's a reason why there's a timetable for every subject, for every period, as they call it in classrooms. So when you get home this whole week now, because I know that many schools are starting exams, not this new week we're entering, in the upper week, right? You come back, you can put on a sheet of paper, you tear out a sheet of paper, you tell, if you have older children, they already will be given like their timetables. If they've not been given timetables, you know what, like their study timetable, if they have any in the house, like their home study, like their prep periods at home, you bring it out. And then for the timetable, for the study timetable, remember to always start with difficult subjects. So you're going to be tackling difficult subjects First, every child has a subject that they struggle with. Every child has a subject that it is very easy for them. We are not going to be focusing on those very easy ones for now. Because the time for the exam is near, is fast approaching, we want to start with those ones that disturbs their heads, those ones that gives them sleepless night, that really troubles them. So we want to take it topic by topic. For instance, on Monday you can decide to do social norms. On Monday you can decide to do further math. On Monday you can decide to do physics, chemistry, or mathematics, or English language. You can decide every Monday between the hours of 5 and 5:20, depending on your child's attention span. Remember, it also has to do with the age of the child and how that child is able. Attention span chart that we see on Google, on our browsers, on the internet, are just like a guide. Do you understand? It's just like it's all like averagely curated, yeah, averagely created, and categorized into these ages. So your child's attention span may be shorter or longer depending on who your child is. So you're going to, depending on how your child is able to sit down or how much time they have later in the evenings, bring it out. Say, okay, for this mathematics, for this physics, for this subject that you're struggling with, we are going to dedicate only 20 minutes, only 30 minutes. We are going to dedicate to this subject alone. Then we are starting from, so for these exams now, majority of the questions are going to be set from the half term. Majority, I did not say all, so that we don't forget about the first half of the term. I know that all schools have gone on midterm break, so we don't forget about the first half of the term. We are going to focus majorly on the half term, on this other half term. The reason why I said we are going to focus on this other half term is because the term is coming to an end. So they have just this new week that we are in, then the upper week is exams for most of them. So if you start by tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday, to do the ones that they've done freshly, then the other rest of the days leading up until the weekend of the exam, you're going to start with the first half. Don't forget the first half questions. You understand? So don't forget all those first half questions. And I know that many schools, that is how they set questions. I've studied these things over time, and I know that schools focus on the later part of, because the later part is usually the harder part. It's usually where the bulk of the lessons are focused on. So you have to focus on that one. And in my video, which I'm going to upload later this evening, I will talk about studying before they teach that child, and know where areas where where questions will be set from are going to be coming out. Because okay, in a subject like this, they are going to talk about the scope, they're going to talk about the characteristics, they're going to talk about advantages, disadvantages, definitions. So these are the key areas that you're going to focus on. Secondly, if you can get past questions are usually very, very helpful. There is no international exams that you want to write now, no renowned exam that you're going to sit for that don't have past questions as study guides. Past questions guide you very, very directly. Like, there are no distractions with past questions. These are surefire questions that are going to come out in all these areas, in all these subjects. Okay, so past questions are also something that we should be looking at investing in. Past questions, we are going to get past questions from various subjects, chemistry, physics, and all that, CRK, geography. We are going to get past questions. So for instance, you do all those things 30 minutes from Monday to Friday. Weekends, we can do live revision. You recap everything that you have done earlier in the week. You recap it, you bring it out, you now make like concretize it. Mind you, children have different learning styles. So some children may be very good at just sitting down to read, to study. Some children want you to go further by sorry about that. So some children want you to go further to reinforce that learning by making videos, by playing videos, by showing flashcards. Remember I told you, okay, in the video I'm going to publish later this evening, I talked about where you could get resources. There's unlimited resources on YouTube. There's resources on the internet. You Google these things. On Pinterest, there are numerous resources, educational resources for every learning area. I'm telling you, every learning area, regardless of the child's age. Okay, so for younger children that don't have, like those preschoolers that don't write exams, we are going to start now to build a reading culture. You won't wait until they go to grade 1, or you won't wait until they start having to write. They now have to start writing an exam before you imbibe this reading culture, this study culture in them. No, you're going to start from now. You're going to start from now to make them study, to make them sit down, through lessons, because you can't wait till a child is 5 before you begin to train that child. No, the child will frustrate the teacher in class. And I said in my video that teachers don't have time now to start focusing on one child when they are like 16, 17, depending on how the class ratio is. When there are other children to focus on, no teacher will have that time to leave the others and come for your child alone. No, it's only God that leaves the 99 for one person. It's only Jesus Christ. No teacher will do that for your child. If a teacher is able to get 80% success rate in her class, if in a class of 20, 15 people are doing well, that's a teacher that is doing excellently. Okay, so we want to start now to train that child to sit down, to train that child to sit still, to be present while a lesson is going on. It's not enough to just sit down. Some children will sit down, but they are not there. Their minds are distracted by many things. You will see a child in class, like when I was in the classroom, you see a child, you're teaching, she's looking at you or he's looking at you, but the next thing you will see is boo, 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 boo. They just get in character. That goes to show you that they are there, but what is going on through in their heads is different. They are playing a whole entire scenario in their heads while they're studying in that class. So the time to start is now. My children can sit through. It's not they have very long attention span. That's because I started really, really early. I'm very competitive myself. So far I know that a child your age is doing it. My dear, you will do it. You have no excuses. I know that you're not ill, you're not uncomfortable, like the environment is set up comfortable enough. You will do it. Okay, so there are resources that can help encourage a child to be able to build attention span, to build memory span as well. We talked about puzzles, we talked about jigsaw puzzles, we talked about crossword puzzles, we talked about sitting down, even knitting, such simple activities like this, like knitting. We talked about painting. There are many things that can help build a child's ability to sit through a period undistracted, to sit through a class undistracted. Okay, so these are part of the things. Flashcards, what is it called, jigsaw puzzles. We talked about knitting, we talked about drawing. Just sit down. These little activities to make the child persevere through difficult situations, because they get to a point in the puzzle and they get frustrated. It is fine to get frustrated. At that point, you tell the child you can walk away. You can take a break, you can go outside, you can get a cup of water to drink. When you're settled, you come back, you have to finish it. So these are the things. So I said isolate weak and strong subjects. We are starting with the weak subjects that they struggle with. We talked about past questions. Okay, we talked about past questions. Then study styles. What style of studying does your child prefer? I also said that also means the same as learning styles. Is your child better through writing? Some people, it is when I was in secondary school, I read. When I'm copying my notes, I use the opportunity to read. Like, you wouldn't catch me coming to sit down through even down all through university. I don't remember one day, any day, even when I was writing, except one course like that wanted to drive me colos. Am I still going? Okay, yes. Sorry about that. I got a call. The call interrupted. Okay, so I don't remember any time I had to sit down and started reading. I learned through copying my notes, note copying. There's a reason they send these children home with notes. Do you understand? So it's to reinforce learning, so the things you missed while the teacher was in class, maybe you zoned out for 1 or 2 minutes, it is fine. When you're copying the notes, you can, it comes back to you. Read aloud. Read for younger children. Read aloud. I used to be able to captivate my children during read aloud times. Oh my God, you will see them, because I was so dramatic. I could dramatize. I could roll on the floor just to drive a point home. Do you understand? Not all teachers have that style, that have that talent. Not all teachers have that talent. But in my classrooms, no, 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 I would use anything to make you learn, to drive home my point. Watching videos, many children now learn by watching, just emphasizing what you've taught. So when you teach something, they may at times just call your bluff and say, oh, this person is exaggerating something. But when there's a video evidence of what you've just talked about, then they believe you better. Okay, then hands-on activities as well. In for younger children in preschools, these Montessori schools now, they have lots and lots of materials, lots of learning materials, lots of those things that help your child, you know, grab concepts faster. Those materials are also available in stores. They're also available in like your regular open market. If you go to local bookshops, ask them. If your local bookshop doesn't have, go to bigger markets. Like when I'm talking bigger markets, I'm talking not your regular, like Lagos Island, Ipori, all those places where they sell resources, educational resources. They have all those things. They have abacuses. They have what is it called, number lines. They have all the learning materials, 1,000 blocks, 100 blocks, 10 blocks, beads. They have all of them. They have what is it called, for teaching geography, land and water forms. All these things are available for children to lead, for parents to buy, to emphasize learning at home. So you can also invest in any of these things. Then hold on 1 minute. So yeah, that's basically everything I have here in my notes. So this is a part of the notes during recording. I don't know how it just did not record. That part did not record, or I accidentally deleted it, and because I just recently cleared out my recycle bin too. So I think I deleted it and also cleared the recycle bin. So I lost that part of the footage. So practice questions for all subjects. That's what I talked about. And setting, if you don't have past questions, which are practice questions, you can also just by yourself. For instance, now we have a book here right in front of us. We have some Adna's history notes, and he's talking about, okay, for instance, there's a topic in the history notes which talks about fundamental needs of man, shelter. We know that definitely in a test like this, shelter, the definition of shelter will be asked. Then what is the importance of shelter? All the subheadings are also going to be asked. Then I know that schools also grade now, especially for older children. They also grade homeworks. They grade notes. Let your notes be up to date. When your notes are up to date, it forms part of your score. During my time, they used to do attendance. If you come early to class, if you come early to school, attendance also formed part of your cumulative score at the end of the term. So all these little things that we can help give our children. Your dad is calling you. Did you hear? All these other little areas that we can help our children, you know, excuse me, all these little areas, test scores, note marking, attendance, registry, just all these things, small, 1 point here, 2 points here, it will accumulate. At the end of the day, you're seeing that you're getting 10 more points. 10 more points. If you're 10 points less, you're not even like an A+ student. So it is something. If you have a C, minus 10 points, you can land yourself in a D, right? So all these other things, make sure your children's notes are complete and up to date. Go through their scheme of work. In my video that I'm going to put out this evening, we talked about nutrition, we talked about health. Now children are tired. Even you as a parent, you are tired. I lie, I don't lie. You're tired of waking up every day to do. Tell him I'm coming. Tell him to give me 5 minutes, please. So you're tired of waking up every day to do school runs. You're tired of waking up every day early in the morning to do school lunch. You're tired. So imagine the children now. They are exhausted. This term was a very long term, or has been a very long term, because we're entering week 12 now. Exam week 13. This is week 12. We are going to be week 13 self. I know that this week has 15 weeks. This term has 15 weeks. Some schools 14 weeks in it. Tell am oh, make it not distract me oh. But I have to round up because someone will still use this desk now to study for his coding class. His coding tutor is or his I have just 10 minutes. So I'm just rounding up. Oh, today is my birthday. Happy birthday, Zeddy. Happy birthday. God bless you. God prosper you and keep you. Okay. Thank you so much for supporting me. Thank you. I'm grateful. So this time is a stretch already. So give your children, let them sleep well, let them eat well. Junk does not help your children's brain develop into things, develop and for to the point that they are able to retain information. They should eat good food, they should eat their fish, they should eat their proteins, they should eat their carbs and rest well. You can't succeed without rest. There is no this thing. So when it's time to go to bed, a child in lower primary has no business being awake by 8:30 on a school day. A child in secondary school has no business being awake at 9 on a school day. 9 o'clock they should be in bed and rest so that they have enough time to rest, because your brain regenerates, your cells regenerate when you're sleeping. That's the best time for anything to take place in you. I remember when my children were younger, when it's time to eat and the child is sleeping, I would rather you sleep than wake you up to give you food. Sleep is that important. Sleep is actually that important. So they should complete that their sleep. If your child age category says 8 hours of sleep, make sure that child gets 8 hours of sleep. If he's supposed to wake up at 6 in the morning, make sure he's in bed by latest 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock. That's when you get 8 hours of sleep. If your child age bracket they say 10 hours of sleep, do the mathematics. If they wake up at 6:30, count 10 hours back. At that time that child should not be awake for any reason, because you can't do all these things and at the end of the day your child is sleep. Because you see children come to school and they are dozing off. You see children they are bringing to school in the school buses, they are sleeping. In their cars they are sleeping. And also talked about screen time. You can do all these things, but one addictive show will mess your work up. It will mess your work up like full big time. Okay, so limit screen time. Exam week, nobody, no screen. Even weekend, exam weekend, no screen time for any child. No screen time for any child. They will not die. They will not die. They will only grumble. Children adjust. They adjust very quickly, very easily. They can only grumble for get uncomfortable for them for a few minutes, but they are over it. We also talked about in the video. I'm also going to publish the same video. Playtime outdoors. Children are cramped up in the house, from home to car, from car to where you are going. Coming back is the same thing. They should go outside and play. Abeg, they should go and play. So these are the things I just thought to that I let me see if there's anything, because I just did a quick note on my phone. And yeah, so encourage and motivation. So when the exams finally start and you see that they've done well in that exam, encourage them. Come on, don't be too. After all, I was always taking first in my class. It's a lie. You know it's a lie. So when a child has put in effort and that effort has shown, encourage the child. Papa, please encourage the child. That also boosts their confidence. It helps them want to do better, because they know that if you give them monetary gift, for instance, you give them 1,000 naira for doing well this term, they know that in the next in this exam, they know that in the next term or in the next exam, you're not going to give them 1,000 naira. You'll do better. You that go to work, you that make the money, when you've worked hard, when you've toiled hard, at the end of the day, at the end of the month or the year, you reward yourself to make yourself feel good, right? That's the same way. Encourage your children by rewarding them when they do well. When they do well, encourage them, reward them. Say, yes, I'm proud of you, my child. Okay? Just the same way you will scold them and withdraw privileges from them when they do bad. When they do well, let it come from you. Okay? That the child has really done well. So that's everything. The video is still, as I'm talking, the video is still uploading. It's going to take a while, but within now and the next, before evening, before 6 o'clock, the video will be up. And please, when it comes up, just help me engage with this, help me watch the video, share the video to people that you know would benefit from it. Even this live, you can share to people, to young mothers, to young fathers that you know will benefit from it as well. I have to go now. Thank you so much. It's almost time. He's just signing in here. It's almost time for him to take over. I'm using their study room, and also get a designated place. Talking about study room, I just remembered one very vital thing. Get a designated place for study. You can't study in a place where you're too comfortable. You would slip off. There's a reason why when you work from home, you don't achieve as much as you do when you go into your workspace. All these hybrid workers, there's a reason why your office chair is hard. The reason why the chair is not a sofa that everywhere is padded. You need to be upright. So get a designated study desk, get a table, get a chair. Let this corner, this quiet corner, no TV, nothing, nothing fancy, nothing distracting. Okay? And yeah, that is just everything I remembered now off the top of my head, and I thought to bring up. It was quite a lot in the video, but it's all good. It's all good. Thank you so much for joining in my live. Thank you so much. Thank you for your support. I'm grateful. I have to go now. Peace out. Peace.